I decided to do Jazzas UCD1 Character Design Challenge using his rejected prompt list. I decided to write out what I'm doing for the beginning of this video, as I'm working through it myself as a form of closed captioning. I do plan on getting and learning proper closed caption software as a side note, as I'd like to add closed captions to my videos to make them more accessible and improve their quality. I find it very enjoyable to do a series of extra random rolls. I in fact create lots of random charts and additional short charts like these ones. Rolling with a physical dice outside of this program here, I'm coming up with results. These are helping to fill in things about the character. I'm of course choosing the initial options from a list of random choices that I'm completely happy with. Don't put things on your random choices that you're rolling for that you're completely unhappy with. Please try to only put choices that you actually would all be happy with in the final result. Putting stuff in you don't like will only end with you being unhappy with your final design mix. So I advise you think about what your optional choices are before creating the random chart to roll on. I did re-roll some of the random traits for the personality that I was rolling because I wasn't happy with them. And interestingly enough, even on a chart with a lot of options, I got a couple duplicates. I have a separate artwork which has all the different human skin tones, and I chose only darker options because I wanted this character to have ranging from a sandy, medium, dark skin tone all the way up to the darkest possible. So then I only rolled from that chart, for example, rather than allowing every possible human skin tone as an option in this case. I allowed all the possible human eye colors once I rolled that it was going to be a realistic human eye color and came up with this tone of brown. I have 4 hair charts I mostly use: the hair type, hair length, hairstyle, and hair color when it comes to human realistic colors. I do have a separate chart with all the colors, but in this case I rolled human realistic, so I used my human realistic chart. So these become the results of that. I then rolled additional weaknesses on my weakness D% charts so I can come up with an idea of her character traits. I also used a separate D% character traits chart. I actually rolled happy and joyful twice and an additional third time on another chart, so she's extremely happy and joyful. I suppose that, interestingly, seeing as I rolled the same D% roll twice in a row, which was less than a 1 in 10 chance really, that she must really like tracking, hunting, and fishing as well. So she also is someone who would put that into her job because she's obsessed with it. I gather various inspirational reference, I take these main things into consideration, and then I make some more decisions as well as some more random rolls off screen and decide on the final story. As you notice here, I'm also going to make many corrections, erasing and working it over again. Some days art comes easier and other days it comes harder, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't just keep making corrections until it's correct. I have to do a lot of fixing to get her head correct, for example, and get everything right. Maybe it's because this is a much more difficult pose and angle. Now let's get into her story. Intake Sadak is a young woman who is proud of her skills as a hunter and fisher, as well as openly sexual and a professional pole dancer and striptease dancer. She delights in choreography, choreographing her own routines, and performing on a pole, as well as incorporating hunting and fishing gear to create quite a spectacle on stage. She works as a headliner at a famous burlesque called the Cartouche of Stars, in a city called Tel El Varidos, on the world of Therius. This culture takes its inspiration from ancient Egypt as a base, based on the prompts, but as well as my own world ideas and lore. A member of one of the possible celestial ancestries, called an Entaliesprit, she can be born to other people. Her immediate family are all human right now, but her grandmother was also of the same blood, Entaliesprit. It's always those who are born unlike their kin, as Entaliesprit have powers and wings, including immortality itself, unless they are killed. And they won't know if their children or grandchildren will also be celestial or not. Intakes, however, is not concerned with having children, at least for now, and also has magic that can prevent illness, disease, and she can choose to lower or raise her fertility, so she doesn't really have to worry about it. She always seeks a balanced life, but often has trouble with this, as she'll sleep late and have lazy days, as well as often stay up late. She will randomly be very much in the mood and do her best to fly off to hunt for a day, becoming obsessed with choreography and pole dancing most of the rest of her time. Luckily, she has a best friend and fellow performer named Makara Heftet, an elven singer and dancer who also works at the Cartouche of Stars. She often has to force Antakes to stop so she can take proper rest breaks and remember to eat. She despises cruelty and unkindness. Even long after she has witnessed it, she'll often have anxiety about things she has witnessed, which helps explain her preference to obsess over her job. Though she understands the balance of nature and is an omnivore, she never is cruel about hunting her prey. She is, however, lazy about the actual cooking of the food. Luckily, the Cartouche of Stars also has a restaurant, and the head chef is a friend of hers as well, a gecko person called an Echo Jaliz. His name is Levta Hearthscales, and he will always delight in adding what she has hunted and gathered to the menu. Sometimes exasperating and hard to get set on a work schedule, she'll have these random lazy days. However, they're not so random, as they're probably caused by overworking herself to exhaustion. If she would do that less, those lazy days would probably be less severe. Good thing she has her friend. Still, sometimes at Makara's insistence, she'll properly take days off and let go of her workaholic obsession to go hunt and fish. But other than that, to also visit other entertainments around the wondrous city they live in, to watch plays and other performers, to explore, live and eat around their tourist-heavy city of splendors. The two women help balance each other out. Antakes increasing Makara's work ethic and drive to be more amazing at her performance art in turn. And their close friendship gives many who observe it, even secondhand, a lot of joy as well, beyond merely their stage show performances. What do you think of this story? All the suggestions welcome. Do you think I should work on this story more? Fill out the world even more? Should I do more artwork, such as of her best friend Makara, or the chef Levta? Should I do more world lore and story for this one? Let me know in the comment section below. Once again, that's all for this video. If you like my videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell to all notifications so you will know when a new video comes up. I aim for new videos every Wednesday, but sometimes life happens and things are delayed. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you with another one very soon.